There's a lot more to Valley Shepherd Creamery than just cheese. We're about to find out what else they have to offer.
Valley Shepherd started almost 14 years ago in Tewksbury Township as a small pilot plant creamery. Once we figured out the production methods, the way sheep are raised and everything behind it, we opened this place approximately 5 years ago. Every cheese is a different process, and the process starts, of course, with great milk. From there on, you go into an incubation stage where you let the bacteria in the milk multiply and slightly spoil the milk. Not really spoil, but slightly spoil. Next stage would be the coagulation of the milk, i.e. turning the milk into a gel or a curd. Once that's formed, you need to cut that curd with knives and form little tiny cubes of curd, and now you get the classical curds and whey. Once you have curds and whey, you warm up that mixture and you shrink those curds. You get to a certain point, you drain the whey away, and you're left with curds. Those curds are then put into wheels, pressed, taken to the cave, and aged for 3, 6, 12, 18 months. Once the milk is set into a curd, it needs to be cut up into smaller pieces. What's going to happen now is after I let it rest for about 2 or 3 minutes, we'll start stirring it gently, first by hand and then with the help of the machine. And then we'll start increasing the temperature. So what we're doing at that point is shrinking the curds, and as the curds shrink, the whey is coming out. So in 20 minutes, after mixing and heating and mixing and heating, we feel it with our hands and know that the right consistency has been reached. At that point, we dump the whey, we save the whey to make ricotta, and the curds will go into these molds right here. Those molds will go in the press. They'll be pressed for a couple of hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. They'll stand around all night maturing. Tomorrow morning they'll go up to the cave, and they'll be in the cave for 4 to 6 months for this particular cheese. And then they'll be sold, and that's Old Wick Shepherd, which has been our #1 cheese many years now. The problem with cheese like this, you only have 12 minutes to mold all these wheels. They double in hardness every 6 minutes. So 6 to 12 to 18 to 24. If you waited to 24, I'd need a jackhammer to get this cheese out of this vat. It would not be a lot of fun.
Okay, so here we are in the Valley Shepherd store, and it's pretty amazing. And I ran into 2 people that I'm a little in shock that are here, since they're a long way from home. Princeton, right? They're from Elements in Princeton. So tell us why you're here, Joe.
We're here to support Aaron's cheese, essentially. We've been using Aaron for a few years now. Really just big fans of his work. Everything that goes on here is pretty spectacular. The product's always great. So we're big supporters of his cheese, and we essentially feature, kind of rotate 3 different cheeses on our cheese plate constantly, and we also try to use all of his other products in-house, sheep's milk ricotta, yogurt, whatever we can use. We're big fans of local products, so we always try to support local people.
Beside cheese, of course, we have a subsidiary products. For example, all the ricotta goes into 16 types of ravioli. We make gelato, we make ricotta, we make sheep milk yogurt. Thousands of cups a week of sheep milk yogurt. Lamb meat at the right season, and tourism. Tours and tours and tours, and people come here and participate with us in the daily labor of making cheese. The store is sort of our tasting room where people come and enjoy and see what goes on here, and through the viewing gallery, see us milk the sheep, make the cheese. Fun to them participate. The looks in kids' eyes when they see the entire process, from animals grazing on grass, animals being milked, milk going in a vat, cheese being made by hand, is quite amazing. So many come here and bring their mom next week and says, "Mom, it's made from an animal. I don't want the ShopRite cheese. It's real. I tasted it. It's great. That's wonderful. So basically, we're raising a generation of our own customers.
Delicious. That's it. We're here for the cheese.
And you're here from which restaurant?
We are actually from Ideas in Food. We have a consulting company, and we do some food writing.
Okay. And Ideas in Food that can be found where?
Ideasinfood.com.
Perfect. And is there anything specific that you come here for?
The blue cheese. It's in the style of a dolce gorgonzola, and it's just, I mean, it's creamy, buttery, bluey, and yes. And you like it, don't you?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Family was never in anything to do with farming. I just happened to be traveling in Europe with a lot of friends for many years and stumbled upon friends that made cheese. Slowly they turned me on to other friends who made cheese and other friends who made cheese. And before you know, I was making cheese in Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, France, Germany, and so on and so on. So there's a lot of things I could do, but you know what, none of them are I saw a bumper sticker last year, and what did it say? It said, I may have manure up to my knees, but my conscience is so clean. Right? There it is.
So I have my selection of cheeses, and I can't wait to try them. I had a wonderful time. I've learned a lot. And if you want to learn more about the Valley Shepherd Creamery, just log on to valleyshepherd.com.